Number 3. 3 170s. 54, 53, 53. Let's have a look at them in a bit more detail. One is stock, the other two are modified in very different ways. But when do you ever have 3 170s in one place at one time? So let's see them. So the first one of these three is a 53 170B, and just to remind a few people that aren't familiar with the type, the B has the big Fowler flaps like a 180 or 185. It has a bit of dihedral, like 1.5% dihedral on its wings. The A's, which are 51 and older, well, there's a straight 170s have double struts and fabric wings. Then they go to single strut metal wings, no dihedral, small flaps, very small. They're like this, and this is like this. But the A's are nice. They're fun. They're like a grown-up Cessna 140. But the B has the 180, 185, 182 wing and strut on it. So it's got single strut, bit of dihedral, Fowler flaps, 40 degrees, manual, very, very desirable. And the B's are made between 52, my first plane was a 52 170B, 2723 Delta, if anybody knows where it is, 52 to 56. And in 56, they were going to make a 170C with a square tail, but they put a nose wheel on it and called it a 172, and that's where the 172 started, and this stopped. So same airframe as the manual flapped early 56 to 59 172s, and we have a very nice 59 172 on another video on this channel that we just did, which is this airframe with a nose wheel. So this one is the stock plane of them all. This is a 53 170B, that's a 53 and the other's a 54, but we'll show you those. Stock ones have 0300s in them, so it's a 6-cylinder, 145 horsepower, carbureted Continental engine with a TBO of 1800 hours. This one has 900 on it. They burn 6 or 7 gallons an hour. They do 100 knots, maybe just under 100 knots with the 0300. They're calm, they're docile, they're just really nice little tail draggers. If you want to get a tail wheel rating in the tamest tail wheel of them all, it's a 170B. And then on here, this one is so original it's still got Venturis. So no vacuum pump on the engine. The air rushes in here, creates low pressure, runs your gyros. So if you were going to upgrade this plane, you'd go straight to like G5s or 275s, which are vacuum free. So you'd miss the whole vacuum pump scenario, which went from like 60 right to now. So you'd go to electronic instruments. So useful load, perhaps 880 pounds, something like that. They hold 39 gallons of fuel. People modify them. This one is very, very stock. And we're going to talk about prices just so you know what modifications cost. This plane is stock, average everything, very nice condition, and it's 85,000. So we'll walk on to this next one, which is also a 53. But if you'll notice, it's got a Hartzell Trailblazer prop on it. It doesn't have exhaust pipes that come out of the cowling. There's one under there, like the 2 on that one. That's 0300. So this has been modified. They've got the power bulges too. So this one is a 53, same exact. I mean, I haven't looked at their serial numbers, but I bet they're close. This has got a Titan Prime in it, which is, it's basically it's an IO, injected opposed, 370, not 360, Titan engine, built by Continental, which is suspiciously like a Lycoming 360 to me. If you look at it, it's an 0360, but it's an injected 370 built by Continental parts, so many of them that the whole engine is a Continental. And they're 195 horsepower, so that one's 145, this is 195, and this has a Trailblazer composite prop on it with a metal leading edge. I mean, very high performance. And what that gives you is incredible takeoff and climb, short field capability, bush capability, climb out. It doesn't give you much in cruise. It probably gives you 10, 12 more knots, which I suppose is a lot. I just flew this back from Colorado with the owner, Rick Farrell. Thanks, Rick. I flew it back from Colorado and we did about 130 miles an hour most of the way. So that's like 110 knots. And we were burning 9.5 gallons an hour. And we were doing, and we were at 12,000 feet. and we flew from Glenwood Springs, 2 gas stops, all the way to Placerville. Knowing now what this plane can do, we probably could have done it in 1 gas stop, because it's got 39 in the wings, 37.5 usable, but 18 in the back. So you have an 18-gallon tank in the back. And look, a baggage door. That other 53 doesn't have a baggage door. So you've got a baggage door, which is exactly the same baggage door as a 180, 185, 182. You just put it in. That gap there is the fuel tank. So what you do with it is that the EDM 900 in the panel, we'll look at the panels. The EDM 900 in the panel tells you the fuel that's in the wings. So you burn out of the right wing, and when it's close to empty, you switch to the left tank and you refill it with the Javelin, which holds 18 gallons. So you put, 17, 16 gallons in it. So an hour and 50 minutes into your flight, you've still got 2 full mains. The EDM doesn't know that you've done that, so you have to do the math, because it only knows what's in the actual main wing tanks. So this plane at 9 gallons an hour with 39 and 18 gallons had incredibly long legs. So we had to land before it had to land. So that's a major mod on this. Baggage door, Titan engine, Trailblazer prop. We'll do the panels in a minute. But the airframe is the same. Same nice rounded tail, bigger tail wheel, baby bush wheel. Slightly bigger mains, no wheel pants. See the wheel pants on that one there? That's very vintage classic. These are 850s, so you can't put wheel pants on it. So a very, very nice plane. So price-wise, that one was 85. This one is 189. So if you think if it was a 180 horsepower 172, it'd be 220 grand, but it's a 170. So you've got to know how to fly tailwheel. So it's double the price. And the engine is very low time too, which also helps. So, on to the last one. This one, anybody who watches this channel has seen it before, because we've had it here before. This is probably the most modified 170 in the world. It's unbelievably modified. And if you want real detail, go to the other videos on the other on this channel. You'll see this plane on its own with a video, and then you'll see another video with another plane and a car, because they're cool together, just talking about it. But this plane is a 54, so it's 1 year newer than those two. And 53s are the last year of this D-shaped window. 54s, 5s and 6s, have a slightly rectangled off back part. So if you glance at it and you see big flaps, slightly squared off window, you think late model B. But this is a 54 170B. And if I were to list its modifications, we'd be here for hours, but I'll just go over some basics. The engine is an injected, Balson blueprinted Lycoming IO360. It's also got the Trailblazer prop on it, composite, lightweight, 180 gear legs, big, 26-inch Alaska bush wheels on it. The wings are off a Cessna Cutlass, a gutless Cutlass 172 RG. Same wing, same span, same cord, same wing, same flap, same aileron, same everything, except 65 gallons of fuel, not 39. So it gets a more modern wing and a much larger fuel capacity. Single strut, as usual, all 170s do. A very famous custom aircraft manufacturing company built this plane from the ground up. They replaced most of the skins on it. It's got Cutlass doors. Those other two planes have the little old latch that just latches shut and you don't have to over center. This has the big auto opener with it's got the door stewards in it. It's got this safety latch pin in it. Look. And when you close the doors, you don't have to slam them. It's also got a baggage door, which is a joy to behold. Watch. And you think it's a nice opening? No extra fuel in there because it's in the wings, 65 in the wings. But to close it, look. Closed. Custom interior, everything's been lightened. It's got a custom tail wheel on it. It's got, I mean, there's so many modifications done to this plane that it's barely a 170 anymore. But this one is $350,000. So 85, 189, 350, all relative to the money that's been put into them. It's like a Harley Davidson. You buy a stock bike, you put on chrome pipes, you put on custom handlebar, you customize the hell out of it, and it just increases in value, not proportionally by the amount you spend, of course, but They're very, very customizable planes, and because I had 3 of them here together, we compare them. So let's go back to the beginning and look at the panels. Okay, inside the original, the 53, the one that hasn't got the upgraded engines, it's got all the original, mixture, throttle, primer, master switch is a knob. It's got some slightly more modern radios, an ICOM there and a Garmin there, an audio panel there, and a backup King over here. But it's got the old horizontal directional gyro in it. It's got a magnetic compass been added, it's nice. That's also an old gyro. But this is the classicness of them. This is what they're like. This is what people really appreciate about them when they're original. And obviously 10, 20, 30, 40, like all of them. Trim, fuel selector. Somebody's done, the paint's older but very nice, and the interior is beautiful in this thing. It's got shoulder harnesses, fuel gauges in the wing roots, 39 gallons, one-piece windshield. They have a strip down the middle, and it isn't 2 pieces made into a one piece, it's just a one piece without a strip. So this is what they look like when they're original. Master off. Let's go and look at the other 53. So this is in the second one, the silver and red one, the 53 with the Titan engine in it, 195 horsepower. Very modernized. There's really not any of the metal that's in this panel is what was in it originally. But it's not center stacked, but you've got a nice compact ADS-B transponder and a digital radio here. GPS, a G5. We can turn on the master switch on radios. A little mini iPad you can put in here with 4-flight, EDM 900, multifunction. So your primary fuel gauges are on here, your manifold pressure and RPM are on here, your exhaust gas, it's asking if I refueled, no I didn't. So you've got exhaust gas temperature here and cylinder head temperature here and tack and manifold pressure here, fuel flow, everything on one gauge. But it still has the fuel gauges in the wing roots, which is great as a backup because those are magnetic. They have a magnet through the wall into the fuel, so that's a visual, and it also helps you with that tank when the Javelin is refilling it. So it doesn't have a float kit, but it's got a ski kit, so the V-brace is in it, Hamilton vertical card compass, Rosen visors, shoulder harnesses, inertia reel, a lot of nice mods on it. And it's light because it's kind of utility, because it's got like the headliners out and it's got soundproofing in it. But these are all custom switches, custom ignition. There's no starter button anymore. It's all on the ignition with that injected Titan in there. So really nice upgrades in it. And I mean, I was in this thing for 7.5 hours flying it from Colorado to Placerville. And it didn't, well, I was with somebody who were talking and killing time, but it just didn't seem like it took so much. It didn't feel like 7 hours like it would if it was on my own. And then in the back, there's a cargo area on the fuel tank. That's where the leg of the rear seat goes in. So you have to have a hole there because it bolts underneath inside. There's a fuel pump for that, transferring, and then extended baggage. They normally end there. That's been extended with a Selkirk extended baggage, so you can put light stuff in the back. Now the engine upgrade didn't give it a gross weight increase, but it carries weight more easily, so it's still a very similar useful load, but it carries it easily. It takes off shorter, it climbs out steeper. It's just more power. I mean, why wouldn't you want more power? 200 horsepower nearly. Okay, that's the middle one. So this 53 with the Titan engine in has a baby bush wheel on it, which is fat. And these will shimmy, and they do shimmy, especially if you change the attitude of the plane so the angle isn't right on the hub. They'll shimmy if you're going too fast, so it's got a shimmy damper on it. That's what that block there is. But if you wanted to put it back to like a normal tailwheel fork and a normal little 8-inch Scott, it would go right on that same hub on the same spring. But that's just a mod, because this plane has lived in Alaska with a private owner and has been used for sort of fun up there. And he had it on 26-inch Alaska bush wheels with that. So that's why it's got that on it. Okay. Okay. So here we are inside the red one, the 54, that was the custom built one. And this is why it's worth 350 grand. Look at the panel. It's got 275 fuel flow, ADS-B in and out. It's got a 750XI a digital Garmin comm on it, an EDM 930 with everything on it, a fuel flow, manifold pressure, RPM, EGT, CHT, everything primary on there. And it does not have its fuel gauges in its wing roots because these wings are off a Cutlass, and the Cutlass didn't, and they wanted to modernize it, so that's your fuel right there, and it's very, very accurate. A lot of custom leather in here, a lot of, like this paracord here, you undo that after you've crashed in the woods and you can make a tent out of it. You know, lots of stuff, modern air vents and visors, skylights, shoulder harnesses, GoPro mounts, and then in the back, it's got the little jump seats, which the backs can come off, the backs can fold, they can fold up against the side, and extended baggage that goes way down like in the other 53. So there's just a lot of very specific custom upgrades on this plane. Skylights. It just shows what you can do if you chuck money at a 170. And some people would say, why would you do it to a 170? Well, if you like 170s, you do it to a 170, but you can do the same thing to a 180 and have a little bit of high performance. But there's something very classic and vintage about a 170. I like them. They're great planes. So that was what the 3 170s we have at the moment look like in comparison to each other. Just a quick look, they were here. I've never had 3 in one time, and I just thought it'd be worth doing a video. So just a quick video, we're not flying them, we're not getting into much detail, it was just an opportunity because they're all 3. The next video is the Beaver, I keep promising it, it's coming, it's booked in, I think it's going to be next week. And we've also got a really nice upgraded Cessna 140 with an 0235 in it, we're going to do a video on that too. But thanks very much for watching. Click on subscribe if you would. Somebody said to me the other day, your channel is excellent, you've been around for years and you have followers, why don't you have many subscribers, 44,000 subscribers? Subscribing is free, and if you'd be so kind, it really helps along with the viewing. Just click subscribe if you haven't already, and it'll help our numbers and it makes it possible to do more of these videos. Also support the channel if you like. We've got merchandise down below in the link, there's merchandise. And then of course the other activity I've been up to lately with Cole Gaither and some other people is Plain Crazy Life. It's a whole other channel, it's adventure lifestyle. So if you'd look at that, that'd be great too. Like and subscribe it and buy merch. But this was just a quick 170 oriented video because they're cool. But thanks very much for watching.